It's the Cable League. MTGO Show.
Mox Opal is such a me pack one, pick one. I'm probably supposed to Mind Twist. Mind Twist, Wheel of Leovold. What do you think, folks? Should I Artifacts or should I, like, fucking Sultai Pile? You're a slut for Ponder. I don't think pack one, pick one Ponder is, like, ever very wrong. Cantrips are so good. People really underestimate them in Cube. Looks like chat's split. Well, we already drafted Artifacts today, so we'll do the pile. All right, back in the pile, everybody. He's going to take the Underground Sea here. A lot of nice potential wheelables, huh? Very Sultai looking pack. Little Mim Lamps. Little M Lamps action. Looking at Bit of Triumph, Nissa, Coercive Portal, and Tarmogoyf. I wonder if Goyf is reasonable. Little fetch action here. Hope the Abrupt Decay wheels. How good is Pack Rat in current Cube? Pretty good. Pretty reasonable. You can still salvage a game, just pump it into it. There's a couple of other rats around too. Not just Mutavault, but there's the 3-mana one that spits out 1/1s. It's pretty sweet with Pack Rat. I really like the cover art for this album too. It's so fucking cool. Those bright colors. You see like the flames and the dragon's eye reflection. It's good shit. Mota. Spirit. Little Bayou action here, huh? Little Bayou action. Cobra and 3 visits, both options, but hard to say no to those OG duels, huh? We're going to do all this building towards Sultai, and the Leovold's not going to wheel. Album's great. It might just be my favorite. Just my favorite all-time album. Definitely one of their more guitar-centric albums. I always dig those. Get a little Pete Lane action in this. What's up, Pete? Can I help the 64 single limb fire? What time is it? 6:20? I haven't done any of those. 10 minutes? 10 minutes? You got 7 people here? No, I cannot. Let's get a little Nissa here. Yes, Leovold, yes. They have such a wide range in sound. They really do, yeah. They are literally all that we've listened to today. And we've covered like 4 different genres. And if we wanted to, we could listen to like 4 other albums and get 4 other genres. Yeah, if y'all were in like the 50 range, then I would like join and we'd probably get it to fire. But they just know it was 7. 7? You're trying to fire with 7 people? 7 people is very close to another form of drafting. An 8-person draft. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with 8-person drafts? Do they have an electropop album? The last album we listened to was like synth pop. Maybe more synth wavy than synth pop. I don't know. In that range though. Dangerously close to spam, Sea-Watch. Living that dangerous life. A little Brazen Borrower action. If a card's good enough for Legacy, it's good enough for fucking Cube, right? Hell yeah. Good mana, just like a solid pile of Sultai shit. Sultai cards I own. What an odd comment, Saber Spark. Tariff Springbank jobs. The unemployment is currently at 4%. It's like... Something tariffs are really good at, though, is driving up the costs of items. So anyone that's upset about inflation has that to look forward to. I think there's a really good chance the tariff stuff doesn't actually get followed through upon, though. Fortunately. I might just grab this Scarab God. That's a hell of a card. This week sucked. Yeah, it wasn't a great week. I don't know what to fucking draft here. Vendetta's nice and efficient. Daze. Impulse. All reasonable. We're not doing a ton on turn 1, so Shellback Isle's not crazy. Maybe Eska's Chariot's just where it's at. Just like a pile of bodies. Just flood the board. I think I'm supposed to grab that efficient disruption, though. Every time the orange band becomes popular, you dislike America just a little bit more. I saw an interesting overview of like, ooh, Zagoth Triome, right? Probably want that thing. The incumbent party over the entire world lost seats related to like the global inflation, regardless of what they were doing to minimize it and stuff. People are just reactionary. So I don't know how popular Trump himself is, as opposed to just folks reacting in the way they always do. How does inflation go up everywhere? The after effects from the COVID, right? Grief and bribery. I think you're supposed to take the Twister, though, right? We got the Leovold. We got Twister there. A lot of sick picks for us here. Signet would be solid. Wouldn't mind a Signet. Double on color. I think I would take bribery over the other two. Every company simultaneously figuring out that the market would absorb cost increases. Yeah. Yep. Certainly some price gouging in there. I like Voidwalker a lot. I think it's actually close with Hostage Shaker. Hostage Shaker is pretty good in Vintage Cube. You can like take a Mox, play it, that sort of thing. And the answer to some very difficult to answer things like tokens and what. Every time my opponent plays Voidwalker, I'm terrified though, so I'm gonna grab it. Chart of Course and Image are interesting. Yeah, a little card draw, why not? Rex Age is mean deckable. I don't hate sideboarding it too. I guess it's the pick, The Daze Wheel. There we go. Wax Papers. Yeah, among the voting population, it seems like people would rather unemployment got higher versus inflation. I suppose even if unemployment hits like 10%, that's still going to be a very small minority of voters, right? Some hot Oko action. Yeah, we missed the Grief, but a Force of Will would still be really good. Our blue count's high enough. And I wouldn't mind another fetch up in this, Or some turn 1 discard, like this Duress maybe. Echo's like another draw 7 for the Leovold, but we don't have to be all in on Leovold. Oh, there's a Pest Infestation. That's nice. I guess we have a little bit of anti-artifact stuff already, right? Between Hostage Shaker, Oko, Abrupt Decay, the Rex Sage in the sideboard. I think I can afford to take the Duress here. We're just not doing very much in the early game, right? Even that out a little bit. Ooh, a Strix. Strixie Wicks. Do we want a Strix more or a Darkslick Shores more? I mean, if one wheels, though, the other probably wheels, right, between those two. How are we doing on playables? We need like 3 more. We're doing pretty well on playables. Strix is just so good. Hard to pass that one. I think I am going to take the Darkslick Shores. Wages were up in the last 4 years. I mean, most of that was in the lowest 10% of earners, right? which is obviously where wages need to rise, but those are also the folks that are getting hit the most with inflation. So the wage increases just get eaten when they like already don't have enough to live. And then when you're letting social programs lapse in the meanwhile, right? It all just fucking gets eaten up immediately. This is an interesting pack. I think I'm supposed to grab Recurring Nightmare. I don't really want Imperial Seal in this deck. I'm not high on the Wall of Roots here either. Currently, we're not a great Recurring Nightmare deck, but we could become one. That would certainly contribute to its early demise, right, Lumen? Looking at Grist, looking at Force Spike. Force Spike would give me like one more thing to do early on. Grist pairs really well with Recurring Nightmare. That's just a good card. We just have this big clump of 3s is all. A little worried about that big clump of 3s. Dark Ritual pairs well with Mind Twist. But it's not amazing with the rest of my deck. You like turn 1 into Ophiomancer or something. Like that's just not that good, right? Thinking about Bone Shards, one more like just really efficient removal spell. Thinking about Spell Pierce. A little bit of fix-in. The Mistress Bobble would be good with a Goyf. Can't have too much fixing, though. Kind of dig this Edict. Kind of dig it. Are we more of an Umezawa's deck or an Echo of Eons deck? I think we're more of an Umezawa's deck. How many ways do we have of binning Echo? Very few, right? The Chart of Course, Grist Mill, Bone Shards. Well, maybe that's enough. Alright. Little Cyborg Grave Hate there. Dem voters didn't show up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like most Dem voters who are kind of precariously aligned, we're not given much to vote for. Gotta run on something, right? Yeah, parading the Shanies around was just like a very odd choice. Because they're unpopular with everybody. Like, there's literally no Liz Cheney fans out there. Not popular with progressives, not popular with conservatives. Just like some war criminals that they like shackled themselves to and thought it was a good idea to associate themselves with. Very odd stuff. And then Kamala had a history with Medicare for All. Like, she ran on it 4 years ago and then fucking co-signed Bernie's Medicare for All plan when she was in the Senate. It was like one of the few things that she'd attached her name to, and then she distanced herself from it. I assume because of donors, right? And that's a popular policy. That's like something that people might actually want to go vote on. Minimum wage increases did like really well. Every state that had minimum wage increases on the ballot, it just fucking passed with flying colors. It like outperformed her. So like, I don't know why she wasn't running on that. Anyway, I've got a lot of questions. Hey, Somniloquist, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 63 months there. Got a lot of anger at that particular campaign. Right, minimum wage failed in California. Sorry, not every state, but almost all of them. Same with abortion rights. The ticket was flipped between Tim Walz and Harris. Yeah, right? Tim had some good ideas. Before he got attached to the Harris campaign, he was saying that mandatory sick leave was something that the Dems should be campaigning on because it's a really popular idea. Every other fucking first world country has some amount of mandatory sick leave. People love it. It's like crazy that the U.S. doesn't have it. And the one state that voted on it, it like passed in flying colors, super popular stuff. But as soon as he got attached to the party, he wasn't allowed to mention it at all. He just fucking stopped. They just muzzled the shit out of him immediately. Hey, we found someone with charisma and good ideas. Tell him to knock that shit off right now. That's not what we're about here. Great. Didn't Trump win all the swing states too? You're not sure it's just blame the loss on the Dems. He pulled more voters. So I think Trump ran a fucking terrible campaign as well, but it wasn't as bad. He at least held his base, right? The same people that voted for him before came out and voted for him. You're right that it's not entirely the Dems' fault, because you can look at those worldwide trends, right? However, in those swing states, there's offices that the Dems won statewise, like the Senate races. Here in Wisconsin, our fucking bisexual lady senator won re-election. Fortunately, she's great. I don't always agree with her, but she's a good politician. She's a good representative of Wisconsin. And Kamala lost. So when I'm blaming like the Dems, obviously I'm not blaming every Democrat, because not every Democrat lost their race. But, we're talking about the presidential campaign here. But looking at worldwide trends, every incumbent party had losses. So it's a disadvantage. The advantage was you're running against Trump, who's fucking lost before. He's a big old fucking loser. Just like not popular, polls-wise, right? Kamala's completely ignoring of the online space. Like not going on Joe Rogan. I think she did like one online interview or something. One podcast. And you could say that's not her strength, but you kind of wonder, like, okay, should you even be a politician? Because that's the way that the tide is turning, right? That's the way it's moving. Hey, Zen Shadow, thanks for the sub, thanks for 47 months. And Joe Rogan is not a hard podcast. Like, fucking idiots go on that podcast and say the dumbest shit, and he's just like, oh, interesting, like, it doesn't matter what she goes on there and says. She just has to, like, seem like a human being for a few hours. And it's free. Just fucking free real estate. I think I'm gonna cut the Thief of Sanity. It's really good against some opponents, but it's just not a very good top deck. Yeah, I guess I don't need Recurring Nightmare because I've got the Scarab God handy. Recurring Nightmare is great with Ophiomancer and Grist, but there's just a lot of that shit going on here. Biden fucked everything by not stepping down earlier. Yeah. He's very much included. Very much included in my scorn here. In his first run, he had kind of hinted. He didn't promise that he was going to be a one-term president, but he had kind of hinted at it. That maybe he wouldn't run a second time. And then his ego got in the way, right? And he didn't want to step down. They didn't have like an actual primary. An actual primary would have solved a lot of fucking problems. Because once they started the campaign, everyone that had donated to the campaign, like the only other person that could use those funds was Kamala. So the Dems were kind of locked into running her. And then they're running on like a fucking Save Democracy platform. And their candidate hasn't like won a fucking primary. And then as soon as the election's over, they go back to like civility and stuff. This person damages democracy. Now here's our peaceful transition. It's like, great. Yeah, you're very believable. If they ever like strike on like any element of truth, it's almost by fucking pure accident. Sorry, as you can tell, I'm a little heated. Gonna be a little heated for a while. On this one. Local man has opinions. Yeah. Maybe I cut Chart a Course here. Maybe I just don't need the Chart a Course. It's nice for hitting land drops and stuff. Nice little card. Oh, it's a way of binning Echo, huh? Yeah, the Chart and the Bone Shards. I guess I need them. I think they've ruled that, like, when you're president, you literally can't go to jail, Galgamation. There's some, like, amount of presidential immunity or something. I think it's all fucking... He might even be able to, like, self-pardon or whatever. I don't think anyone can do shit for another 4 years. Yeah, can't prosecute a sitting president. You can, like, draft articles of impeachment, and then, like, everybody has to agree to kick him out. Which is just, like, never going to happen in a billion years, right? When, Republicans control both houses. You love the checks and balances of this person is immune from any consequences. Yeah, right? Blame fucking Washington, I guess. He wanted, like, a king figure. Everyone vote your asses off in 2026. Yeah, that's the solution. Just vote harder. Just fucking vote harder. No, I think people need to organize at a community level. Help each other out where you can. Hey, Den Cake, thanks to the sub. Thanks to 8 months there. George Washington, the man who died because doctors wouldn't stop leeching him. Right? Didn't he get like 3 doctors in a row that were like, well, the last one's not working. We need another doctor. And then the next one's like, more leeches. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what this last cut should be. I guess I could cut the Coalition Relic. Just because we got a lot of other 3s. It's nice to Relic into Nissa or Mind Twist, but we just don't need it, George Washington, interestingly, one of the things that he did that some historians give him credit for winning the Revolutionary War was inoculating the troops against smallpox. Like, they didn't have actual vaccines back then, but they did have like rough inoculations, and apparently that fucking mattered. They didn't have vaccines back then, so Washington spit in their mouths. Yeah, right? Basically. Alright, let's do some counts here. We don't actually need very many forests, despite this Nissa. Like 7 would be plenty. We're at like 8 green sources. Swamps and islands, we need more. We need like... Yeah, I mean, at least 8 black sources, right? Ideally more because of the Void Walker on 2. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9's enough. It's like bare minimum, but it's enough. And then islands here, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 9, 8? Sure. It's okay. You could go down to 7 green and boost one of the other 2, but I don't care that much. This looks fine. Sure. Well, that's terrifying, Fancy, alright? I'm very jealous of that Mox Diamond. You wonder how hard it is to spit with wooden teeth? Were his teeth, like, mostly bone? Like, I think he used literal slave teeth. Getting serious for a second. I don't know if the wooden teeth thing, like, maybe they were, like, partly wood, or maybe they started wood or something, but I think that's a bit of a... one of those historical niceties that doesn't hold up. Yeah, slave teeth. You can fucking see them in his fucking museum. Horrific shit. Self-brain freezing so we can get that arrow back? Sure. Yeah, I thought about Brazen Borrower bouncing the Mox Diamond. And then I was like, well, if they've got extra lands, you just like giving them one more card. We could Brazen Borrower bounce the Uro and then twist it away. I think we can bounce the Uro and then take a turn to play Nissa. Well, that was a bummer. Well, that was a good card to sink a bunch of Colorless Mana into. The good news is, I think that Leovold that's in my deck somewhere would be good against this opponent. Am I playing in any pre-releases this week? It's been a rough week, Millie Tank. I'd love to play in pre-release, but I don't think I'm going to. Tomorrow I've got some D&D, and I still want to stream tomorrow, so I don't think pre-release is in the cards. Did they not float? It just doesn't matter. I've heard good things though about the pre-release format. Lots of ass load of mana, huh? What's my D&D character? Not written yet. This is gonna be a first. Ooh, a sandwich for me. Thanks, babe. This is a perfect time to be delivered a sandwich. Opponent's over there just like fiddling with candelabra. Might you suggest Goblin Bard? I think my fiance is going Bard. I mean, we could have a multi-Bard party. That sounds annoying. So I like Druids a lot. In my last couple of campaigns, I played non-Druids. So maybe I'll go back. Yeah, mix and go. Yeah, I haven't read the new Player's Handbook at all, but we are using the new stuff. Huh. How about all that? Like Sage looks good. I think Grist looks slow. I'm gonna cut the Grist. That sounds like a lot of fun, Bunny. Have a good time. Is Endurance any good? Endurance is good against Uro. I don't know about the the rest of their deck. Like I said, they tried to brain freeze me, but Endurance might be good. I'm gonna cut my own Echo. Oh, it's not letting me select cards, huh? I assume it's just some lag. Do I need to restart? Oh, here we go. How's cubing been? Pretty well overall. Currently missing a green source was Leobold, but I do think Leobold's probably my best card against them. And we have a memory lapse into it, so that's probably solid. I don't hate that red. Oh, shoot, what up? Hey, Charlie Walnut, thanks to 84 months. That sounds fun, Mega Colony. Well, shit, huh? Would have been nice to get the Leobold down pre-Euro draw. Dungeon Crawl Classics. I heard those are fun for one-shots. I might be thinking of the wrong system, but like, can't you like literally expend stats to boost the power levels of your spells and such? Which seems like it would play very well for like a one-shot, like contained campaign, and then at the climax, everybody's just like fucking destroying themselves. Offer a trade if they feel like trading. Each player controls 4 peasants at level 0 and you go on an adventure. That does sound very fun. I don't hate casting the Venser mid-combat. Then if they have mana drain, they like have to use the mana in their second main. I don't hate waiting till end of turn in case they play something better too. Ooh, hello. All the backstory happens at the table. Your survivor is your character. I mean, that does sound sweet. This is like a giant ass walking ballista. Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah, I think I fucked up by playing the Venser at EOT. I do. Let me double check and make sure it's active. Sometimes it needs to get upgraded like every month or something. Be right back. So if we eat this, we go to 8. And then the ballista deals 5 damage. And they need to just give it 3 counters. I guess we chomp hum. Oh shit, I've got some cards I need to return. If I bounce Ballista and they deal me 4 in response, I go to 7, and then they can replay for 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's good. We 9 them. All right. Oh, yeah, no, it was right. Oh, wait, no, it's not right. Hold on. Why do I have 2 different codes? Well, it's one of those. It says the 0S5 code is good until November 3rd. Oh, we're past that. Okay, yeah, the G0M code is good until December 18th. Cool. Let me update that in the stream. The panels here. I win! Cool. Well, I think that game proved that Leovold is indeed my best card in the matchup. Kept our hand even without the mana to cast it. Almost like that Thief card. Nice, the command got updated. Thanks, friends. Is Simic Nonsense my favorite cube archetype? I don't know if I have a favorite. It's probably an Academy deck. Wait, they put me on the play? Interesting. That has to be a mistake, right? Fair enough. Yeah, we knew at least we weren't going to get mana drained, right? Because they didn't have double bloom. It's kind of a rough question. Do you replay or not, Is his stone ass nothing on their turn? I think passing is losing, and I think not passing is losing. Okay, they didn't have drain for me. Well, that's good at least. Hopefully we draw some lands here, huh? Yeah, Summers, I actually really enjoy your social media tweets about other shops and stuff. You can feel your scorn just like bleed through the computer screen. And I usually learn something. Kind of surprised they're not firing off the Brazen here. And multiple flyers attacking the Oko. Yeah, tempting to play the Goyf, but I think what I want to do is Bone Shards. And just pass the Memory Lapse up. Oh shit, what up? Hey Summers, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 8 months there. We're tired of ads in the middle of a conversation as I was saying something. Yeah, valid. You think Oko would be safe in Modern? Are you crazy? You're probably crazy. Hey Florin, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 7 months there. And hopefully this eats the High Tide too, Oh, I overtapped my Memory Lapse because of their High Tide. Very easy to forget that High Tide's symmetrical. List on 1, sure. So I think my opponent's going to be making an Uro next turn. And hopefully that's fine, huh? At least we have Oko to make it a 3-3. I don't think I've ever heard this track before. I don't know if I've ever heard the Black Keys before. I've seen them referenced, but I don't know if I've ever, like, literally listened to a song. You want to give Pauper a try, but nobody plays it in your area. Something you can do, Great Skyfish, is just, like, make a bunch of Pauper decks. Just make a little gauntlet. And then you just, you know, convince people to play with you. Well, this Tarmogoyf just got a lot worse, The Black Keys can be good. What a ringing endorsement. Exactly, Alto Prism. Yeah, you can probably build like 5 different decks for under hundo, right? You think the Pauper meta right now is kind of lame? Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't played Pauper in a minute. Ooh. You gonna blister my Tarmogoyf? You dropped like 80 bucks on your only deck, but that's because it runs 4 petals. Sure, that's the Storm deck, right? I would assume. I want to tap out for Mind Twist, but I think they're going to Memory Lapse me. It just fucking resolved, huh? Well, that's got to be good for me. And my Goyf's a 3-4 now. Alright, maybe that attack sucked. But I mean, if they attack the with the Uro, if they attack the Uro on Oko, I mean, then I guess I would get to block with the Goyf. I don't know. I thought about serving with both. I don't know what this auto play is. I'm gonna change it up. Candelabra resolves. really want to hit that candelabra. I'm going to endurance on their upkeep so they can't bring back that Uro immediately. You could try to get them to waltz the Brazen Borrower into your endurance, but I think denying them the card's better. It also does shrink my Goyf, right? But like kind of a lot. Oh well. We still have a sorcery and creature over here. Then we can untap and cast Shieldred's Edict or something. Grow it up again. Do I listen to stabbing westward? No. That's the wrong direction to be stabbing for sure. Goyf would shrink anyway if they escaped. Yeah. Oh, if I chart a course and bend Ophiomancer. Oh no, there's a creature already. If I sack Peatland, it goes to fucking 11 damage, which is feels like I should be able to kill right with them at 12, but if only this was an opponent. If I could edict my own Oko here. Oh, but then I wouldn't have the Peatland to sack. Sure. Right, they also have the food token. Sure. I think I got enough power in play. Just using my mana there. We're going to see a Cyclonic Rift overload. Turnabout, sure. I'm going to sack this looking for Leovold. Would sure feel a lot comfier. Opponent controls. A Borrower could bounce my endurance. I'd dig that. Just going to do this and pass. Frantic search while hellbent. Did not find the draw 7. Nice. After game 1, I was a little scared, They just fucking dumpstered me so fast. Didn't have a chance to do anything. I don't love this hand. I'm gonna keep it though. Giving me play was strange. Yeah, I wonder if that was a misclick. Certainly felt like it mattered, right? With our first play being like turn 3 Oko. But I also like missed some land drops. I don't know. That would have hit sooner if I'd been on the draw. The song is both delightful and annoying. I kind of love it. Ooh, that Caracas is good against me. Might as well run this out, You don't see the annoying? The song that's doo dee 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 doo. There's nothing annoying about that. I've seen Birthing Ritual cast a few times. The next time you're on a long road trip, hum this song, sing this song, see how your car mates tolerate it. A low effort sing along. You think it sounds like Bobby McFerrin is trying to seduce you? Oh, my opponent is only playing lands, and I'm over here only playing non-lands. I don't think I want to duress here. I think holding up the Edict's better. Their board is Clamp, Birthing Ritual. We'll just discard the Nest at end of turn. Okie dokie. I guess I'm supposed to recast. I don't know. The Edict's kind of bad if they're just going to chill on Crocus. You got it, Buckeye. Didn't feel like a Thalia deck, but I guess it makes sense. They found a 5-drop? Oh no, they found Kitchen Finks. Okay. Well, that's annoying. I'm just never going to hit another land, am I? At least they no longer have Venser Crocus going. They got a lot of value. They gained some life. It was very irritating. I think they're worried about this Brazen Borrower killing them in the air, so I want to make sure the Kitchen Finks dies. Should have done that first, right? And they would have gotten to get a bank with the Sun Titan here. Letting them draw some cards here, so the Shielded Zedic now gets to kill the Sun Titan, basically. Can we get a land? So we can Mind Twist them, or we could play Time Twister. They have so many lands, though. I feel like Twister is a big mistake. I'm just going to Mind Twist them for 2. Hopefully that's good, We got a Blade Splicer in our Fiend's Tower. Yeah, I don't think that... Gotta imagine that doesn't matter. We'd played it out of Clamped first. I think they were playing around Daze. So they played the Sun Titan, made sure it resolved, then started clamping. We do have Daze in our deck, too. Pest Infestation's not bad here. They can get their clamp on. They can gain some life when the pest tokens die. Make sure they're not dead to Brazen Borrower that way. If I get another land, I can Hostage Shaker the clamp and play it, and then have Clamp Ophiomancer. Might be correct to just take the fucking clamp anyway, We clamp it again? One more clamp? Yeah, that makes sense. Selfless Spirit is annoying. Oh, they didn't sack, I think it's like, yeah, it's no longer a snake now. So I should get another snake from Ophiomancer, Kind of cute. Weird game. Borrower down. Makes sense. Yeah, I bet they regret not sacking that Selfless Spirit. That's gonna clear the Oko, sure. Oh, they could have attacked me. Opponent. Your Questing Beast. Your Questing Beast has text. I should be at 10 right now. Sacking the Questing Beast, getting Deep Forest Hermit. God damn it. Deck them? I don't think that's happening. I'm sure they've got some Crater Hoof in there that's going to kill me or some such thing. Not blocking with the squirrel. Interesting. Maybe I'm supposed to serve all in there, and then they do some squirrel blocking to eat creatures, and then events are... No, that's pretty bad. Yeah, Karmic Guide, getting back. Sun Titan is going to be worth a whole lot of bodies here. We could Venser Hostage Taker and answer Sun Titan that way. Probably not doing that. Put on stabilizing their life total here. Oh, the Sun Titan can't really attack into the Snake token. Yeah, Soul Herd is pretty good here. I assume they blink Karmic Guide. I can get back their Venser loop. Nope. Yeah, blinking Karmic Guide here is pretty good because they get back the Venser and that bounces the Clamp back to their hand. And then I don't have it, right? Making a pile of squirrels is not bad. Certainly not a bad play. I think Days is the main reason to have done it in the order they did, Ziff. Play around Days. We kill Soul Herder here. Hey, McMac, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 27 months there. I can't kill with Time Twister. They've got a full graveyard. That would get shuffled back in. I might have to kill the Deep Forest Hermit just so I'm not dead on board. These Totus are like kind of a lot of damage. Oh, that's funny. Dothy Voidwalker pumping the Soul Herder. Ooh, love that DJ Murder. That sounds goddamn delicious. And then Sun Titan can rebuy Selfless Spirit. So they don't lose their board on this attack. I assume that's what they want to do anyway. No, it's rebuying Blade Splicer. Well, that might be good enough anyway. Dothy Voidwalker can sack for Sun Titan now. Which would let us Sun Titan back Leovold, then cast Twister, but the Crocus would just bounce Leovold in response. Could still get back like an Oko or a Gris. That might be a good thing to do. Putting Clamp on Dothy Voidwalker is funny too. Opponent rebuying QB, sure. God, they're at 5. We could hit them for 4 shadow right now. That's so close. That's so close to being good enough. A comeback? Who's coming back? My opponent who actually hit land drops this game. Some of them are not. The Zoom is not DBB, and that's apparently going to be fixed on Tuesday with the real update. Sieging my clamp, sure. They were at 1 at some point, yeah. And we were a point away from here where the Voidwalker could attack and put them to 1. When my literal only play was playing a fucking Brazen Borrower and attacking for however many turns. It still doesn't feel like they had a comeback, as it were. It's more like, can you answer my one thing? But maybe I'm just being pedantic. Yeah, the game was a little bit closer. It would have been real cute to Sun Titan back the Dothy Voidwalker. I think they're still fine here. Yeah, still is taking plenty lethal. Very dead on board. That was only 1 damage. What are you talking about? I like endurance against their graveyard shenanigans. I dig that. Their Caracas is very feel bad. With my main win conditions being like Leovold plus Twister and Scarab God. I don't think I can afford to cut the Scarab God either. I'm just gonna cut Echo again. Hope we get them with their pants down. Gilded Drake's a little tempting. Thief of Sanity's a little tempting. I guess good Thief over Venser. Just like -1 legend. +1 flyer. Felt like flyers were decent. Reasonable opener for sure. Yeah, I would have dazed that, but I don't want to memory lapse it. I just want to like sit here and hit land drops until this Mind Twist is amazing. Yeah, I gotta imagine hitting some land drops on time will help me out a little bit this game. From what we saw in their deck, the scary thing here would be like Kitchen Finks into a Birthing Ritual hit. Because Vendetta lines up poorly against that. I guess Thalia would have bricked the Vendetta as well. This all feels pretty good, though. We Mind Twist their hand, and then they have a turn to rip a good one. Which they could, right? Totally reasonable to rip in this spot. But they are hellbent. Yes. Actually, Leavold shuts off a lot, but we can play the Goyf and hold up Memory Lapse, right? That's just good pressure right there. That's just good pressure. It feels like they don't have very many duress hits. I'm gonna cut that for the Rex Sage. I don't love Rex Sage when the opponent's only got like a couple of targets. They did draw both of them in both games, though. You can just kind of assume they'll always have it, huh? I like Voidwalker against them a lot. Currently, we lack the second black, and we lack our first green. Hopefully, we're not just flailing around with Charted Course on 2 to hit land drops, but we'll see. We'll see how we draw here. Bayou would be the dream, right? Thalia, sure. Well, that prevents my Charted Course flailing entirely. Okay, and then we didn't draw a land. Sure. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried. Little bee spice action. That's another one for the Rex Sage, huh? Rex Sage blowing up a golem wouldn't be the worst. Kind of looking close to game 1, isn't it? Only they actually have early game plays this time. If they card me Guide Back Thalia, I'm going to concede. Wall of Omens. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, if we hit a green, you can Rex Sage the fucking Golem. Mana Crypt. We got the Alpha Frogs raid. Welcome, Raiders. I assume Alpha Frogs is on that cube game. Hey, Habzol. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 53 months there. Cube indeed. Perfect. Perfect time to draw that one. Well murdered. Hey. There's an opener, huh? Tiring week. This is match 3. Get another draft in tonight. Sure. How's the sword? The sword was fucking awesome. Really happy to watch them again. They were trying to get around the moderator in Habzol. Yeah, if a word is banned in a chat, you should probably not do that. Probably not trying to avoid it. Sneak your word in otherwise by rephrasing it. You should probably just assume it's banned for a reason. It'd be nice to get Grist down, but I'm not gonna let my opponent untap with Goblin Welder here, huh? Gonna respect the Welder. Oh yeah, definitely bringing in that Rex Sage. Ooh, so this is a really good learning spot. If my opponent had activated the Signet, they would not be getting dazed here, because it would have had the mana floating, right? Oh no, that doesn't work, opponent. That doesn't work. Workshops can't activate Boros Signet. It's good to learn, though, right? It's good to learn. Well, it seems better to get down than Grist. Oh, shoot, what up? Hey, Bremner, thanks for 75 months there. I wonder if I should be flashing Inventor here and just like flash Inventor, bounce one of the lands. I think that would have been slightly better. This is okay though. Hey, Oblong Osprey, thanks for 38 months. Portal's in this cube. Yeah, I thought Portal was still good even when they cut it. I enjoyed it in like every archetype. Obviously at its best in workshop decks, but Portal's got one in hand. I'm just gonna slam the Goyf instead of holding up laps here. Hey, that Ginger Canadian, thanks to the sub, thanks to 13 months. Has anyone told me about Diceomancer? I don't think so. Roguelike deck builder. Currently 10 out of 10 on Steam. Those are some good ratings. You've been playing it non-stop. It's very good. Oh my. Yeah, tempting to go Voidwalker here and just try and aggro them. I think this is good though. We can like Memory Lapse this turn, Inventor next turn. Just double Time Walk. Oko turn the Portal into a 3/3. I think that's all going to be very good. You just bought it a couple days ago. You're obsessed. Oh man. Sounds like my chat's going to get me to download Diceomancer at the end of my stream tonight. I don't think this is going to hit anything, but oh shit. Well, it did hit something. I mean, Mind Twist is funny. I don't know if it's the correct play, but it is funny. Multiple answers to Wurmcoil now, right? Between Oko and Grist down tick with the Dothian play. Opponent doing some things. Doesn't seem like a good Ophiomancer matchup, Maybe it's good versus Tangwar specifically. I have seen Ophiomancer hold off a Wurmcoil Engine, but I think our deck's pretty good against Wurmcoil. Yeah, that Portal was real pleasant, just sitting there chilling, drawing to a turn. I might be a Portal truther. So many do-do-dos this stream. The old Time Twister Tarmogoyf combo. Tempted to chart, of course, pre-combat next turn, so the Goyf actually attacks for a bit more. Yeah, fuck it. Not the best Nissa deck. Sometimes you just need a way to kill somebody. And Nissa can win through Ugin, and it can win through Caracas, and not all of our win conditions say those things. One's got a lot of fucking mana. Gobs of mana. Bribery, sure. What do you even bribe out of my deck? Maybe the Scarab God that I've got in my hand right now. What's my next best thing? Leovold. Leovold's good. Nobody wants to write lyrics anymore. Hence all the doo-doo-doos. Yeah. Yeah. So Vendetta's not very good against Hostage Taker. I guess we let this resolve. I don't know. Hey, Double Flip thinks the 11 months there. Yeah, some nice Sultai poop, every once in a while. Uh-oh. Am I going to get punished for not holding up memory lamps? So Portal can reanimate Tarmogoyf currently. I wonder if the Grist is supposed to uptick. Could mill something awkward. Yeah, I'm still supposed to uptick. I guess I could have upticked and then twisted if we had something really awkward. I mean, if they don't have an answer to my Scarab God, I can, like, down-tick Grist on the Goyf. Or I can down-tick Grist on the Hostage Taker. And then Hostage Taker the Portal. Huh? Is that good? Is that a real thing? Maybe I'm just supposed to Hostage Taker the Tarmogoyf and replay it. Oh, they're tapping all their fucking mana again. God damn it. No, don't do it. Whatever you're doing, don't be mean. I'm too pretty to be mean to. I'm just a little birthday guy. Oh, hanger bank, sure. I think that hanger bank is probably annoying. I want to grab the Portal to Phyrexia. I want to grab the Tarmogoyf. I'm going to do this. And then if my Grist uptick ever hits a creature, I can just grab it with the Scarab God. And ideally not worry about the Portal too much. Golos, sure. I assume they've got an Academy for that to grab. We have several bounce spells in our deck for that Tarmogoyf too, like Brazen Borrower. Just rebuy it. Start getting in. Oh, we got the Scarab God drain going now. That's nice. Get some surveilling happening. Is it surveil or is it scry? Scry, alright, but they do lose life. I suppose Scarab God's good enough. Strip Mine sure. Strip Mine, very good against my deck. Very color-intensive deck over here. But it's late enough in the game that I don't think it's going to swing things. Like, we can still activate Scarab God and Grist next turn if we need to. Let's still have the memory lapse, right? I think they're thinking about whether they should attack with the Goyf or not. Hangback Walker in the graveyard is good for me. I've got a Scarab God. The Portal doesn't do anything with it. Gotta say, it's looking pretty good for me, huh? We have a memory lapse for the last thing. And then Griskin down tick. Fucking Scarab God can activate. Ooh, if we reanimate Golos, We can replace that land that got strip mined. That's some good value right there. You want a hug? I can do my best. I can do my best over the internet. That seems rough, but I'll do my best here. Hey, Optim Mitch, thanks for the resub. Thanks for 21 months. I'm gonna say, well, get a little larger here. All right, bring it in, chat. Bring it in. We all need a fucking hug. Bring it in. There. It'll be okay, probably. There, chat. There. All right. It's as good as I can do. It's as good as I can do over the internet. Everyone needs a hug, though. You're very welcome for the hug. I don't think Scarab God on Grist does anything. But this is pretty good, Kind of looks like lethal to me. I should get a beard cam. This is zoomed in on my beard. That's kind of what my cam is. It like starts on my beard. I've met a lot of people in real life, and they're all like, "You're a lot taller than I expected." We even have a command for it. If you animate a Grist with Scarab God, you get a Planeswalker token.